Monday, August 20th. Daily blog, right? So, what do I want to talk about today? I had an opportunity today to talk to a lot of people in my database today, people that I know. And that's really one of my favorite things about this job, is that it's part of my job to reach out and stay in touch with people that I know. And sometimes that connection's really tight, and sometimes it's a deep connection, and sometimes it's a little more loose. Maybe I sold someone a house 5 years ago and haven't seen them since. But I've talked to them maybe a couple times a year over the time, and we've got some catching up to do. So I talked with a great past client, and it's probably been 7 years since I sold him a house in Olathe. And we had a great experience, but you know, not everybody wants to be best friends with their real estate agent, right? It was just the natural tendency of things. He went about his life. I continued to sell other people's houses. We just haven't seen each other all that much. So I reached out to him today, and we'd connected 3 or 4 times in the last 7 years. But today we had an opportunity to catch up on what he was doing with his job and how things were going in real estate and what I was doing, right? And one of the things that he said that really meant a lot to me is he said something about me being a kind person. And it's kind of difficult for me to share that over a video because it is kind of a vulnerable topic to say I'm a kind person, or that he said that I'm a kind person. And I said, I appreciate that. Not everybody sees that. And he said, well, we saw it. And the reason we saw it was because we knew that when we hired you to sell our house, that you really cared. You really cared about us. You really cared to get the house sold, and you really cared about the job you were doing. And I don't know that there's any better feedback that I could ever get than you really cared about what you were doing, and you cared about getting us the best result. Because, you know, when you're selling someone's house, some people can view that as a transaction. I really care about that. I really care about getting people the best price. I really care about getting it sold. I really care about the consumer having a great experience. That's why it's so difficult when that doesn't happen. Like, you know, as an example, I have some clients today that wanted to fire me. And I really struggle with that. Like, why would you want to fire me? I mean, I'm here every day just working, trying to get your home sold. And the fact of the matter is, there are going to be some homes that don't sell, and there's going to be some people that don't understand that, or some people that maybe don't see how much you care, or how hard you're working, or everything you're doing to try to make a home sell, you know, or something to that effect. So when I got that feedback today from him 7 years ago, that he said that I cared about him, and he knew that, so immensely important for me. And I try to convey that every day when I'm communicating my offering, right, to potential clients. But because there's so many people that say things that they don't mean, or say things just to get business, you know, sometimes that's not always received. So I went on in the conversation earlier today to explain to the guy, you know, it was years ago that I really detached myself from the transaction. I really work on deals every day with no thought about how much I get paid to do that deal. Whether it's a $60,000 deal or a $3 million deal, I really care to do it right. And that's really the only way that I can operate, because any other way would be a detriment to the business and a detriment to the client, and it just doesn't work. And I told him over the phone today that I thought it was kind of like being a doctor, and that if you operate on your own kid, that a really strong attachment to the outcome like that could cause you to second guess yourself. And when people are making important decisions financially, that includes their house, they cannot afford to have me second guessing myself. So I have to be very resolute when it comes to deciding exactly how to handle things. And that's what I provide. That's always what I provide. Anyways, I thought I would share some of that and be a little bit more vulnerable on the vlog today and just let everybody know, if I do have a chance to work with you, how important I take that, how seriously I take it, and how much I really do want to do a good job for the people that choose to hire me. And it might sound kind of cheesy, it might sound kind of salesy. It's really not. Even for people that never do business with me, it's important to me that I'm identified as that. And when I die, and if somebody watches this video 100 years from now, that they would say, you know what? He really did care about doing a good job for everybody that hired him. And apart from being a good dad and all the other things that are important about life, that's really important to me. It's an important part of my identity. So thought I'd share that on the vlog. Monday, we'll see you guys tomorrow.